The key while you're here is to be present, okay? There's gonna be a lot of content coming at you fast. Make sure you're taking notes. And there is no opportunity for Q&A. I know you're gonna be wanting to ask questions, but connect with them afterwards as well. If they say something that really strikes you. The real value is education and learning. And I'll tell you, my bar's been raised a lot because I've been associated with this group. So join it. It's a great group. You guys got your notes, right? What's the next practice you wrote down? Somebody tell me, what did you take away from that? It's all about feedback. What about feedback? What? Ask more. That's what it's about. I heard when I was in college doing athletics, feedback is the breakfast of champions, right? I heard that, right? So you got to be ready for it. You got to be able to take it in. So my biggest takeaway from that one was we got to care about one another, right? I mean, life can be tough, and you never know what's going on with other people. So care about other people and look out for them. Keep your antenna up and just care. We're all humans, right? So let's all be human together. What's the best practice? Who's going to say it? Who's got one? You wrote it down, right? Didn't you? Culture. What's it going to take? My experience with culture is if you don't pay attention to it, what you got? Emotional intelligence, right? Again, back to being humans, right? We have emotions. We have to be intelligent about why we have those emotions. My experience with culture is it's cultural consciousness. If you don't pay attention to it, it takes on its own culture. And that's where bad cultures happen because we all kind of defer to basic thought process. So well done. Take this home with you. Focus on cultural consciousness. Good stuff. Do y'all know that in 2019, millennials are turning 39? Did you know that? Interesting stat, right? Ooh. So what's the next generation, right? Gen X, or what is it? Z? They're the workforce that's coming up. So as we talk about innovation, next practice, be ready for that. You know, it's funny, finances, right? Consciousness, right? Being conscious, being conscientious. What do we not know that we don't know about money, right? It's not everything, right? Money's not everything, but it's right up there with oxygen, right? So we really need to be conscientious, and learn and pick it up. What'd you guys take away? What do you got? What was it? I'm gonna start picking you out individually. Financial well-being, good. So make the commitment. It's just not just words, it's commitment. Good stuff. Interesting times we live in, isn't it, huh? Lots of disruption, lots of data going on. Biggest takeaway, what was it? Data is the new oil. What was yours? The law of accelerating returns. Very well articulated. Yeah, by the way, he reminded me of a couple good books. Peter Diamandis wrote the book Abundance. Read the book Abundance if some of you have read it. And then also a new book, The Four. Have you read The Four? It's about, who's read The Four? It's a book about Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Apple, and how they became who they are. It talks about the good, the bad, the ugly, what they're doing right, some of the things they did that were controversial. So good stuff. So read books. The secrets to success in business are hidden in books. So social media internally as well as externally. So post this stuff out. Let everybody know that you're here sharpening your saw, holding the edge, and building community. And we're all in the people business, right? It's all about people. So people, leadership, good stuff. You know, one of the things I love about this community and these speakers, and it might kind of drove it home, they're all people who really care. You know, we really care about taking our message and extending the message to you all, even if it's just for 5 minutes. So one of the things I love about these speakers, there's a lot of heart here. So people are speaking from their heart and they really care about wanting to help you all, and the key is that you take it in and do something with it. These are just words until you take the words into action. So act on these words. Great stuff. Mindset, skill set, tool set, yeah? Change becomes real at the individual level. And it's culture, right? We're talking about culture, Change, right? The only thing constant is change. Be change agents, embrace change. It's so many great themes that are just bubbling up to the top here. Can you feel the heart, folks? I mean, this is just outrageous. This is so wonderful. All right, what is it? What's the takeaway? What's the next practice? What? Everybody moved to Irvine. It's good. Great place to live. It's amazing. We live in such a wonderful environment here in Orange County. It's just a great place. Yeah. Don't be guilty of benchmarking. Good point. There's this force out there. There's this gravity. It's called status quo. Do one thing every day that scares you. Love it. Classic. So the key is we got to rise up above that status quo. Raise the bar, perform. Everything that's been talked about, this is all going into a wonderful pot. It's a stew that you got to process. and do something with his content. That's the name of the game. Who's confident, based on his accent, where they know where he's from? What country is he from? Who's confident? Close. The gig economy is where it's at. Close, but not Australia. What do you think? Who's confident? Guys from New Zealand. New Zealand. We talked earlier. I love New Zealand. I've toured both islands and everything, and no, New Zealand. He's from New Zealand. So New Zealand is where he's from. And I always say that when a Kiwi talks, you want to listen to him, because a lot of innovation happens in New Zealand. It's amazing. A lot of the stuff that eventually comes to California makes its way through New Zealand. I mean, it's amazing how innovative they are. So when a Kiwi talks, listen. Good stuff. Okay, so what was the takeaway from this one? What was the takeaway? The gig economy, right? That word just keeps coming up. Hey, workers on demand. I love the whole, the Upwork paradigm. It's amazing how that's evolved too, hasn't it? What was it? It was Odesk at one time, Elance, and now and who knows what the future is. So by the way, if you've got value to provide it. Because there's lots of people that want it, and it's the gig economy. So people are looking for your value. And there's platforms to provide it on. So good stuff. Chili cheese fries! Yeah, baby! What you got? Leverage curiosity. Love it. One more, just one more. Over here. Anyway, in that group right there. Who's got it? You weren't in that group over there. Leverage fun, though. That was good. Come on. What you got? Leverage within the company. Love it. See, this stuff's coming out of you. It's in there. Again, draw it out and apply it, right? That's going to make all the difference. But now is the commencement. Now is where you take everything that we've been talking about. And what was your biggest takeaways from this last one? What'd you write down? I'm going to focus on this area right over here. What'd you take away? Anybody? Just write it down. Just tell me. I know you were paying attention. There's got to be some. Take exponential steps. It's the incremental improvements that lead to the exponential results. So do it. Take the steps. One over here. I know you wrote something down. So shy. Why so shy? Engage your employees. Love it. Okay, good. Okay, so we're not quite done yet, because I want to leave you with a condition, and then we're going to bring the man back up. But it's been a pleasure to be the moderator for this, because this means a lot to me. Again, I've done this a couple times. I know how much it means to me. I know how much it means to the speakers. And I know how much it means to you to actually want to take this information in and go make a difference. So here we are wrapping up April the 4th, 2019. There's never going to be another April 4th, 2019 ever again in the history of ever. How was it for you, right? We're at the end of the day. We had a good bow on it. Go out and do something with this content and step into April 5th, 2019, which is the only April 5th, 2019 that's ever going to exist ever. And it happens when you wake up tomorrow, and make it an amazing, great day.